All right, good morning. Thank you, Combined Veterans, for including Fisher House in this morning's presentations. My name's Holly Wright. I'm the manager of Hines Fisher House. We are located on the campus of Hines VA Hospital. For those of you who have not heard of the Fisher House, we provide free temporary accommodations to families of our hospitalized veterans. The Fisher House program actually started in the early 90s by a couple named Zachary and Elizabeth Fisher, hence the Fisher House. Mr. Fisher had wanted to serve in the military, but he was medically ineligible. But he and his brothers had started a family business in real estate and construction. And Mr. Fisher and his wife maintained very close ties with the military and heavily volunteered over the years. So when he had found out that there was a need for someplace for families to stay while that wounded soldier was in the hospital, he stepped up to the plate and started building Fisher houses. The first two opened back in 1991, one at Walter Reed, one at Bethesda, and the program has just kind of spiraled from there. They recently just dedicated their 90th Fisher House. So there are 90 Fisher Houses across the nation. Also there's in Canada, Germany, in the UK. So they have tried to reach all aspects. There are Fisher Houses both on VA hospital campuses and also within the DoD. So the Fisher House at Hines VA opened our doors back in March of 2010. We did celebrate our 10th anniversary earlier this year. We were hoping to have a big event. Unfortunately, COVID put a damper on that. We are considered a large Fisher House. We are a 20-bedroom suite facility. So all of our families and veterans who stay with us have their private bedroom, bathroom suite, but then they all do share community areas. We have a fully stocked kitchen, a dining room, laundry room, family room for our families to enjoy. So the program initially started to house just the families. Obviously over the years, and also depending on which VA campus the house is located at, those needs sometimes change. So there are certain eligibility criteria that we do follow that are set forth from a national level, the biggest being mileage. So anyone wanting to stay at Hines Fisher House should reside 50 or more miles away. And since we service such a large demographic or geographic area, I should say, you know, we have multiple veterans and their families coming 2, 3, 4, 5 hours away coming to get care. So we do provide accommodations to a lot of those families. The other thing is folks do need to be able to take care of themselves. We are not, we don't provide nursing services. We don't have emergency pull cords, things like that. And for the veteran to be eligible to stay, they do have to be accompanied by someone. The veteran is not able to stay at Fisher House by themselves, so they do need to have a family member, friend, caregiver with them should they need to use those services as well. A lot of families a lot of the veterans and families we get are coming to Hines perhaps for surgeries, where the veteran might stay with their family member the night before their surgery, and then their family member might stay with us while that veteran is inpatient, and then check out upon the veteran's discharge to drive them home. Hines does provide a lot of outpatient cancer care, so it is not uncommon for us to receive referrals for veterans and their family member to come stay with us during their outpatient radiation treatments, outpatient chemo, things like that. We know it can be difficult if you're having to come, you know, 5 days a week for 6 weeks and you reside 75 miles one way. That does become burdensome. So how it kind of works is the Fisher House Foundation actually builds these homes but then they gift them to the government. So our Fisher House is owned and operated by Hines VA Hospital. We're all VA staff. They pay our utility bills, large maintenance projects, things like that. But I've actually been operating the house without a designated budget since we opened 10 years ago. So literally almost the day-to-day things that we use and we provide to our families, food, cleaning supplies, simple things such as toilet paper, you know, milk, juice, all of that kind of stuff is through donations and the support of our community. We be it, you know, donations, monetary donations, or the gift in kind. And trust me, our families and our veterans who stay with us truly appreciate that generosity, because those are all things that they don't have to worry about during their stay. They're going through enough stress the way it is, having to deal with these medical illnesses. So we do try to make things as easy as possible when they come through our doors. Everything that we provide at Fisher House for our families and veterans is free of charge. There is no fee to stay. So whether someone is with us for one night or they're with us for 6 months, there is no fee. We have washers and dryers. We provide all the laundry, soap, dryer sheets, so people don't have to worry about going and trying to find a laundromat. We try to keep the kitchen stocked with all the basic foods. So that all adds up, and those are things that take the worry off of that family member. Because we are right there on the campus, we are within walking distance of the hospital. I know with COVID right now, there are a lot of restrictions on visitors. But previously, if a family member needed to get there, it was easy to do that. We do have some changes because of COVID. Right now, we are only able to occupy 8 rooms per night to maintain our infection control standards and social distancing. We just recently, and we're very, very excited about this, just recently got approved to start having some of our volunteers come back and return. We do heavily rely on volunteers to come cook meals for our families, do gardening around the house grounds, help with other projects. So we are very grateful that that we are allowed to start having our volunteers come back. And we just appreciate the support of the community. We know that several service organizations have done donation drives for us to provide us with all of those goods that we need to maintain those daily functions. Some of our greatest needs right now, because of COVID, we are not allowed to have anything family style or shared products in the kitchen. So we are having to utilize a lot of individually wrapped items. So your snacks, everything has to be individual. Even things such as salt and pepper packets, jelly packets, ketchup, mustards, all those condiments. So we try to maintain our stock to be able to provide those things, even juices and whatnot, for our families and those veterans. To date, we have provided accommodations to just about 11,000 families, which is a lot of folks that maybe would not have been able to be there to support their veteran who's going through their medical crisis if the Fisher House didn't exist. So we are very grateful to be able to provide as much as we do to our veterans and their families. A lot of our families that come through our doors are the veterans caregivers, which is a very difficult job. It's emotionally taxing, mentally taxing, physically taxing. So we are fortunate to be able to take care of those who care for our veterans, and we do that through the support of all of you. If you would like to contact us regarding any opportunities to assist our veterans and families at Fisher House, you certainly can contact us at 708-202-7154. I can also be reached via email. It's Holly, HOLLY .Wright, WRIGHT @VA.gov, GOV. Thank you very much for including us today, and also for the continued support of our community. We truly appreciate it.